Over 15 years, Gallup Funeral Services Incorporated has been a beacon of light, guiding local families through difficult times. Gallup Funeral Services Incorporated proudly provides all families with compassionate choices for professional funeral care at reasonable prices. Get the answers you need 24 hours a day. No answering services, hidden costs, add-on fees, confusing fine print, or those scary-looking contracts. Remember, Gallup Funeral Services owns and operates the only crematory in Dare County, keeping our cremations affordable and convenient. Gallup Memorial Chapel in Bargo, North Carolina is now open and minutes from Moyock and Elizabeth City. From traditional church services and graveside burials to direct cremations and advanced planning, let Gallup Funeral Services Incorporated light the way for your family. Don't be pressured or confused by the other funeral homes. It's always your choice. Choose Gallup Funeral Services Incorporated. Call Courtney at 252-216-8030 to get a plan started today and visit our new website at gallupfuneralservices.com.
To all who come to this happy place, welcome.
News team, assemble!
Joining us live because if you want to know anything about the Outer Banks, Sam Walker's the dude to fill you in.
I see he was angry that day, my friends. Like an old man trying to send back soup in a deli.
Always appreciate talking to you.
Always good stuff with Sam Walker in the Outer Banks.
Now here's Les Nessman and the news.
Good morning and welcome to OBX Today Live on Facebook and YouTube, presented by Gallup Funeral Services. I'm Sam Walker. Happy Monday to you. 22nd of November, Thanksgiving week. Weather's not looking too bad once we get through today for Thanksgiving. It's going to get cold tomorrow, but Thanksgiving Day itself looks pretty decent. So we'll talk all about that in the OBX Today Weather Center forecast in just a few minutes. Some of the headlines to get to you on this Monday morning. Dare County Sheriff's Office asking for the public's help identifying a suspect who broke into a Roanoke Island convenience store sometime early Sunday morning. There is surveillance video of that suspect that has been shared by the Dare County Sheriff's Office. They're not too great images. What they do is they'll take a picture of the images from security cameras on the monitor, rather than sharing with us a lot of times. It's just faster being able to get the information out rather than sending the downloads out, which are pretty high, a lot of data. So it takes a lot longer to upload those things. So that's why you're only seeing this grainy photos we've got up at obxtoday.com this morning. And the suspect went in the store, took some items, and left on a bicycle. A $500 reward's been offered for information leading to the arrest. If you have any information, you ask to call the Dare County Sheriff's Office and their office line or Dare Community Crime Line, and those tips can be submitted anonymously. Dare County Sheriff's Office announcing on Friday that a Roanoke Island man's been charged in connection with a pair of overdose deaths in late summer. 29-year-old Rachel Lee Cockerham and 32-year-old George Herbert Bowman Jr. were found dead at a home on Roanoke Island September 13th. A third person found in that house was hospitalized. 31-year-old Tyreek Wise of Mania has been charged with 2 counts of death by distribution aggravated. That is a relatively new charge that's being given to drug dealers who end up killing someone who died from ingesting drugs that they were sold. That charge went into effect in 2019. Is also charged with 1 drug-related sell and deliver controlled substance count as well. Wise previously pled guilty to charges related to a 2018 overdose death in Wanchese. He was already in custody at the Dare County Detention Center and now has a bond of $750,000 added on top of what he was always being held for. So more on that case, I'm sure, will be coming out as it gets into the court system. Currituck County's former Chief Financial Officer at the Currituck County Schools has filed a sexual harassment and retaliation complaint with the U.S. Equal Employment Opportunity Commission against Superintendent Matt Lutz. In a statement, the school division said Lutz strongly denies the allegations. Attorney Tom York filed the federal charge on behalf of Larissa York, who signed the complaint on October 12th. And we've got details about that at obxtoday.com. Cape Hatteras National Seashore is asking for help from anyone who might see something, say something regarding signs that have been stolen. We've done a story about this earlier in the summer when some of the Outer Banks Scenic Byway signs started disappearing. And now some more signs have been taken from the beach, this time at the old lighthouse site in Buxton. There's a shot of some of the signs that disappeared by the jetties. This isn't the first time this has happened. There's also other items been taken. The ropes for the parking bollards, the poles that are up at the new parking lots, are up and down the beach there on Hatteras Island. And they're asking for help trying to locate that stuff. You can contact the Park Service through their investigative division and the park rangers. And we've got the information at obxtoday.com. Scary situation that happened over the weekend, Saturday night, down in Brunswick County. Well, no, it's in New Hanover, but down on the southeast coast, Cape Fear, where there was a massive fire at Bald Head Island, claimed 3 apartments and a house right within sight of Old Baldy, the lighthouse there on Bald Head Island. Bald Head Island sits out there on the tip of Cape Fear, south of Wilmington, and is only accessible by ferry, like Ocracoke and ports like Ocracoke. But the only thing, and they don't allow cars on there. They only have golf carts, very limited vehicles, just maintenance vehicles and things like that. So they had to actually get equipment across by ferry, by barge. There are barges that run back and forth between Southport and Bald Head Island to help fight that fire. No injuries reported. No one was in any of those units that were involved in the fire. Again, 3 condos and also a house were destroyed in that fire. These pictures courtesy Ross Stevens at WWAY TV down in Wilmington. This again happening Saturday night. Cause of the fire is under investigation, but as we're very familiar with here on the Outer Banks, a lot of times trying to determine the nature of those fires can be difficult. Wind didn't help. Wood structures a lot of times will be burned to the ground, but we'll find out more about that over the coming days. The 3rd annual Tacky Light Tour here at obxtoday.com is getting underway. We're going to launch that this week. We are asking those who have participated in the past and have had displays in our Tacky Light Tour to give us a shout. Let us know where you're, some updates, if you've got updates. Of course, our Tacky Light Tour, this is last year's, as you're seeing on the screen right now, that includes pictures and links, information about the different displays, as well as even an interactive map that we put together, so that all you have to do is click on that map and it will show you, take you around to the different displays. You can download that and got to get that thing reactivated. This is from last year's tour that you see on the screen right now. But we are taking all the information right now for the 3rd annual Tacky Light Tour. We'd love to hear from you about it. We've gotten quite a few of the folks who participate each year and have been on the tour before that have already sent us information, and we're looking forward to getting all that out for you as we head into the holidays. Quick tropical weather update. Nothing out there at all in the next 5 days, according to the National Hurricane Center. Things have pretty much shut off. Looks like this last week, one more week after tomorrow, of hurricane season. It looks like we are going to just use the entire name list and not get into the auxiliary list. No activity whatsoever. I was looking at our forecast for the next couple of days, and really we do have a front going through today that's going to bring us a few light showers. Going to get kind of windy. Looking at the end of the week into the start of the weekend, Friday, I believe. Yeah, no, actually that has now changed. Initially we had the possibility of some showers coming in on Friday, That forecast is updated for the National Weather Service. Looks like we're going to stay dry. Just some clouds coming through Thursday night and Friday. So a dry cold front now, not a lot of moisture with it coming through on Friday. Other than today, that's the only rain we've got in the forecast for the next couple of days. Our OBX Today Weather Center forecast, showers today with a high 58. Light variable winds tonight, and they'll become north at 10 to 15 gusts to 20 as we get into the afternoon for inland areas. On the beaches, it's going to get kind of breezy though. West winds becoming north at 15 to 20 miles an hour, gusts to 25. Showers this evening, they'll be wrapping up. Winds will be picking up behind the front, low 42 with north winds 25 to 30 miles an hour, gusts up to 35. Tuesday, sunny and windy, a high 49. Tuesday night, clear and 38 and breezy. Wednesday, sunny and 52. Thanksgiving Day, sunny and 59. Partly sunny Friday and breezy, 56. Sunny and 53 on Saturday. And Sunday, sunny and 56. So there's your OBX Today Weather Center forecast. After this, we will be joined by Shelly Gates, who is now the acting president of the Mustang Outreach, and talking all about all that they've got going on. They've got a big concert and fundraiser coming up at the Outer Banks Brewing Station this weekend. We'll be talking with her about that and all the changes that are coming. Well, not really a lot of changes, but just about the program in general. That is that great music outreach, the Mustang Outreach, which gets kids involved in music and more. And Shelly's going to join us right after this here on OBX Today Live.
For over 15 years, Gallup Funeral Services Incorporated has been a beacon of light, guiding local families through difficult times. Gallup Funeral Services Incorporated proudly provides all families with compassionate choices for professional funeral care at reasonable prices. Get the answers you need 24 hours a day. No answering services, hidden costs, add-on fees, confusing fine print, or those scary-looking contracts. Remember, Gallup Funeral Services owns and operates the only crematory in Dare County, keeping our cremations affordable and convenient. Gallup Memorial Chapel in Bargo, North Carolina is now open and minutes from Moyock and Elizabeth City. From traditional church services and graveside burials to direct cremations and advanced planning, let Gallup Funeral Services Incorporated light the way for your family. Don't be pressured or confused by the other funeral homes. It's always your choice. Choose Gallup Funeral Services Incorporated. Call Courtney at 252-216-8030 to get a plan started today and visit our new website at gallupfuneralservices.com.
The town of Kettlebell Hills is excited to announce that we're putting in solar-powered crosswalk lighting this year. Adding crosswalk lighting has been part of our pedestrian plan for years, but it was a big priority identified in our board retreat just this past January.
The project consists of overhead lighting that is powered by solar. They're simple, low maintenance, and easy to install throughout town along NC 12. Most of the lighting was identified by our Streets and Special Projects Committee, gave it to the board for recommendation, and asked staff to go ahead and implement it. The pedestrian overhead crosswalk lighting in Kettlebell Hills was important to keep it uniform with the other jurisdictions that have installed it in Dare County. Oftentimes early in the day, late in the evening, we still have visitors and citizens that like to visit our beaches. Pedestrian lighting can successfully backlight your pedestrians when in the crosswalk. The amplifying light from the crosswalk can also alert the driver that there's someone in the crosswalk, and also just provides a safe feeling for your citizens and visitors when traveling on NC 12.
And joining us now on OBX Today Live is Shelly Gates with the Mustang Outreach Program. Shelly, thanks for joining us here. First off, big event coming up on Sunday at the Outer Banks Brewing Station. Tell us all about it.
So Sunday, November 28th, we are going to have some of the kids play. We're going to have some great local musicians play, Anchor Blazer. And I don't know if you all know Mark Shimmick and Greg Howe and Aaron Caswell They're really amazing. They're also going to play. And we're going to introduce a song that we're going to do some video work with in the coming year. So we just want everybody to come out and remember the program is still ongoing, even though it's been a tough 2 years, and have some fun. We're going to have a Christmas tent where we're going to have lots of instruments, guitars, amps, keyboards, and artwork that's been donated to the program, so you can get your Christmas shopping started early. And then kids can paint some ornaments. We're just kind of, we just want to have a fun day after Thanksgiving, kind of getting ready for the Christmas season.
And it's coming up on Sunday, 12:30 to 4:30. It's called the You Could Make a Change fundraiser at the Outer Banks Brewing Station, and it benefits the Mustang Outreach Program. Shelly, remind everybody what the Mustang Outreach Program is all about.
So the Mustang Outreach Program, to put it succinctly, is kind of like a local school of rock for kids. So we're teaching kids how to play music, how to interact as a band. We're teaching them music theory. Ruth Wyand, who's the musical director, and Amanda Williams, who's the assistant musical director, work directly with the kids, and they can do private lessons and group lessons. And there's so much to learn about playing music, performing together, stage work. We're going to be implementing, showing a recording. We set up a recording studio at the space this year. So we're trying to grow the program, but just really engage kids with music. Music creates connections and communities that sometimes wouldn't normally happen. So that's sort of the gist of it. And then the local community has been great at providing stages for kids to perform, which is a whole nother level of experience for a kid.
Indeed it is. And as a program that started 9 years ago, Michael, Diana founded it, a whole bunch of other people involved. Michael having to step away now as president. You've come in as acting president. And so you've got a transition coming out of not being able to do in-person events, but at the same time, during the pandemic, you guys have been able to find creative, just like just about every other group has. Was Garrett County Arts Council, K. Patterson National Seashore. So many different people here on the Outer Banks have found unique ways to continue to engage in programs such as this and be able to use the technology just like what we're using right now to talk with Zoom and other outlets. You guys as well have been able to try and do that to keep things going. And now that we can go back to these in-person events, it seems like more than ever, people are wanting to get involved with these things.
Yeah, I think everybody has realized over the past 2 years, through being sort of sequestered from each other, everybody's really realized the importance of connection. Even if it's connecting with people you don't really know that well. Obviously, family and close friends and loved ones are important to connect with, but also connecting as a community. And I think the Outer Banks is really special in that way because we have a strong community affinity for each other. Everybody supports each other. Everybody shows up for each other. So I think people are just ready to get back out and do that and be part of that connection.
How much of a transition or is this going to be? I mean, going to new leadership in the program.
Being